Today we want to show you just how easy it is to get started using Avalara to manage sales tax compliance within Acumatica. With this powerful combination, you can manage tax calculation and reporting, exemption certificates, and the filing and remittance of sales tax returns. So let's take a look. Avalara AvaTax is already installed into your instance of Acumatica. With a few configuration options, your integration with AvaTax is ready to use. To demonstrate tax calculation, I'll start by entering an invoice. I'll select my customer and pick an item to sell. When I save the invoice, sales tax is calculated. You can review the detailed tax results without leaving Acumatica, as I'm showing here. Once I post the invoice, the transaction posts to the general ledger and commits the transaction into AvaTax. This way, you have easy access to all reporting necessary for filing tax returns or for audit purposes. Now let's talk about the taxability of products and services. The way AvaTax manages ever-changing tax rules is through an association made within Acumatica whereby an item you sell is associated to an Avalara tax code. When you set up AvaTax, you'll map your customers to use the Avalara tax zone and then map your items to Avalara tax codes. You may remember that when I created my invoice, software as a service was the product I sold. SaaS and many other goods and services, for example, freight, clothing, and food, are taxable in some states and non-taxable in others. And in our example, SaaS is subject to a partial exemption in Texas. Product and service taxability is an incredibly important part of the tax compliance process. And one of the key benefits of Avalara's cloud-based solution is that taxability rules are continually updated within AvaTax, so there's nothing for you to maintain. You're always going to be up to date. Now let's say that my customer claims to be tax exempt. Avalara CertCapture provides a full exemption management solution where you can collect, store, and manage your customers' exemption certificates. Once you validate the completed certificate in CertCapture, the customer's invoice results will show their tax exemption. In addition, you can mark your customers exempt within Acumatica. On the customer record, I can add an exempt reason, and all transactions for this customer will be subject to the exemption. You can also associate an exemption at the customer location if a customer has an exemption in one location but not another. Notice that I never had to leave Acumatica in order to complete any of these tasks. While we're on the customer record, I want to tell you about address validation, one of the key features of AvaTax. Avalara validates addresses within Acumatica to a standardized postal service address. A validated address ensures accurate calculation of sales tax based on the specific address, as opposed to a broad and often inaccurate zip code calculation. And there's no doubt that an accurate address improves product shipment deliverability. For many of our customers, perhaps what they love most about Avalara is that we can file and remit taxes on their behalf. Our fully managed returns service reduces exposure to late filing and other common penalties. And if a state sends a notice about a question on a return, Avalara will manage that process as well. The bottom line is you probably have better things to do than managing the intricacies of sales tax compliance. Instead, leave it to Avalara, where tax compliance is done right.